Hello, friends.
Oh, we're doing this again.
It's time for the spectacular.
Oh, I'm excited.
A jumbo series of live shows.
Cool.
With guests whom you all know.
We sure do.
We got all you need in the TVCo app, which is free. We're talking everyday life with BB alums, old school, new school. It's all epic fun. So let's get started, friends, because us three got a lot to discuss.
We do.
It's time to enjoy the show.
It is.
Let's see who'll be joining us.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Guess who's enjoying the intro?
Hooray!
It's me, and I'm sorry, Nicole, I tried for you, but we got guests. We gotta start the show. Go, Nicole, start the show. Start it now.
Fine.
And hello, friends. Hi, Nicole, how are you doing?
I am so super excited today, Eric. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I am very excited for this show. I know you are so excited for this show. We have so much to get to. We have to jump right into it. But first, I, of course, want to let everybody know, if you guys are new, wherever you're watching, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, in the TVCo app, make sure that you guys follow, like, and subscribe. It's a really great way to help support the shows, of course. What if they're listening to the podcast version of this back, Nicole?
If you are listening to the podcast version, please leave a 5-star and positive review and share it with your family and friends and everybody. It's holiday season. Let's give.
Nicole's being nice. You can share the show when you're at grandma's across the table from you. You grab her iPhone, you put it on her iPhone. You know what to do. Your families are trapped around you this holiday season. Share those shows. Get them. You have you have their undivided attention.
Yes.
Of course, if you've missed any of our previous shows and are looking for them or where to find them, you can check out hellofriendspod.com or check out the TVCo community over in the TVCo app to take part in the fun things you will see in this show, like the polls, the posts, and more. Now,
yes,
Nicole.
Yep.
This is weird. I feel like it's been a while since we've had the guest, and I've thrown it to you for the guest. But as always, Nicole, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm so excited. I ripped my sleeves. Look at this. It's a stylistic choice. You can't see it from there up. So in case you're wondering why I'm sleeveless, it's a thing. You know, it's fancy.
A thing.
I figured Kaitlyn's here. I wanted to be fancy. Okay, so my friends, the amazing guest that we have today, you know, they say, when you're meeting somebody, you want to find you a woman who can do it all. Well, this is a woman who can do it all. She has wine. She has scrunchies. She has roses. She now has a mirror ball. She has a phenomenal voice. She's a phenomenal dancer. She's a phenomenal inspiration and human being. It is the one, the only Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Hello, Kaitlyn.
Best intro ever.
Thank you.
So cute.
It's why I don't even bother. Nicole does the best intros.
Yeah, and I feel like you say it with like this big smile on your face, so you got me excited. I'm like, oh my god, she's talking about me.
Because you're so exciting to talk to. I told you when I originally reached out to you, you are somebody that has inspired me, like as a person in the reality realm. You're amazing.
That's so sweet, and that means so much to me because whether you know it or not, you're about to now. You inspired me too, and I love watching Big Brother. Everybody knows I'm like the biggest Big Brother fan. And when I saw you on the show, I was like, I felt like a proud best friend. Like I was like, that girl grew so much in front of our eyes and like really blossomed into who she's supposed to be. And I just saw your confidence go from like, not that you were like, you know, you just went from here to here, and it was like inspiring to watch.
Oh, thank you so much, Kaitlyn. And I could say this, and Eric, you can vouch for me. We've had many guests on the show.
Yes.
But Eric, if you could see my hands.
Oh, you're the
I don't know why.
Don't be
Well-
nervous because I'm like already drinking wine over here and I'm like, you could ask me anything. I'm here to chat through anything. You've got your tea. We're good to go.
Yep.
We are good to go. I mean, I don't know, Nicole. Now you're nervous. I was gonna ask Kaitlyn which Big Brother season she was talking about, but maybe we should move on. No, you are a huge Big Brother fan. Of course, we have tons of questions coming in for you, and a lot of people were like, you got to ask Kaitlyn to, ask a question to Nicole. Like, is there any Big Brother thing that she wishes she knew the answer to, or is there any person or any situation that you're like, what really happened there? Now's your chance.
I'm so excited. Okay, but remind me because I am now getting the two casts confused with your season and the All-Star season. Who was like the main people on your season? Like the main final four?
Final four was me, Cliff, Mickey, Holly.
Oh yeah. Okay. So first of all, I just did a podcast with Bennett from the season of The Bachelorette, and I didn't love him particularly on TV, but I'm also, coming from the world of reality TV where I know to give them a voice on my platform and see like, who are you as a person? What are people not seeing from you? And he ended up being a really great guy. I am trying to set him up with Holly because
Holly's like my big sis. That's my girl.
Oh my gosh, Kate, he's actually like, he loves horseback riding in Wyoming. He lived there. He likes wine. He actually is a lot more normal than you would think and holds great conversation. And he is handsome. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to set up Holly with him on a date.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I wanted to know if you're on board for that. But anyway,
I'm on board. I'd have to like meet him and he has to pass the sister test, but I'm on board.
He's already passed the most important test of all when the number one thing I can't believe that you left out. He's not Jackson.
Okay, that was going to bring me to my next point about what I really wanted to know behind the scenes. Did you see all of the red flags with him on the show? And were you like, Holly, what are you doing? Or was he like on his best behavior and they were in a honeymoon phase? And it was like, what was the truth behind that?
Listen, I am an open book and people know this about me. So I will be very honest. Yeah. Yes, of course, there's red flags. People saw them on the live feeds. People saw them in the episodes. I saw it living with it. However, there's also the why behind those red flags. So when you're in lockdown and you hear why someone ticks the way they do and their upbringing and their experiences, it starts to align and you understand, oh, you're acting this way because of that. You do this because of that. And then like the positives, kind of outweigh the negatives and the negatives have reasons. So I think in that sense, you kind of see the whole picture.
Okay. That's
so I get it. Having seen the whole picture, I get it.
That's fair because I felt the same way while just talking to Bennett. He never really had a chance to explain why he is the way he is. And everybody's always like, why is he talking about emotional intelligence? And he's so condescending. But really, he grew up with his dad was homeless when he was in Harvard and he had like trouble with his dad. And he has read this book on emotional intelligence so many times. And it comes from this place of like good intentions. And hearing him explain it, I was like, oh my gosh, these poor people on TV get a bad, rep sometimes, and I don't want to make excuses for some people, but I do like to know where the root of the problem is and where it stems from and try and understand why. But again, you don't want to make excuses for bad behavior. Okay. Then my other question was, did you ever have a crush on anyone in the Big Brother world?
In the Big Brother world?
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, of course. My biggest crush was Paul.
Oh,
like he was just like my
Paul?
Yeah. I just adore him.
Like Paulie or Paul?
Paul Abrahamian.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
And he knows it. He knows I'm just obsessed with him as like a being. Just his aura.
Have you had him on the show?
We have, yes.
Okay. Oh my God.
She's had him at her house.
Girl.
But not in that way. It was like a family get together. Don't be weird, Eric.
That's amazing. Yeah, I had him on my podcast too, actually. And it was back in the day when you could do them in person. And we did it in New York and he was absolutely lovely.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, Kaitlyn, question for you. You
Yeah.
got this Bennett guy for Holly. Are there any Nicole A like men?
Oh, okay. Tell me what your type is, because Paul, is he your type, or do you just like, are you a fan of him?
Oh, that's a tough question. Here I go. I am attracted to personalities and
Yeah.
like auras.
I get
So
that.
it's not like you have to be tall, you have to be this color skin, you need to be this type of weight. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. Like I have to be attracted to your personality and like and how you treat people. You have to be funny, you have to be sarcastic. Like I don't know. So there's not really like a type.
Okay.
You look at Paul and you compare him to like my celebrity crush Tom Felton, and you compare him to my exes, like they all are very different.
Okay, that's good though, because first of all, I love when people have an open mind and are just attracted to people's energy and spirits. I think that's something I can kind of relate to, although I do kind of have a type, but I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So you just like what, really positive guys? Like, do you like the bad boy? What is the energy like?
Eric, what's your thoughts on that?
First of all, I love that Heather in the TV code chat is saying Omarosa is losing her job to Kaitlyn. Omarosa wanted to literally put together a dating show for Nicole.
Yes, that's a good idea.
But Eric, would you say I'm attracted to the bad boys?
Look, I don't know what Nicole's attracted to. I will say she likes personality.
Yeah.
Every time she shows me people that she likes, I'm not saying Paul, but Tom Felton, I'm like, okay, that wouldn't be my choice.
Wait, I need to Google who this is.
Oh God, he's a celebrity. Like he's from Harry Potter. He played Draco.
Oh, I know who this is. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he's
agrees.
Yes, he's great. I think the most important attribute that a Nicole mate needs is they have to have a lot of patience. They have to be willing to have the answer to everything and know that you're going to have to answer 1,000 questions a day.
Oh, okay. But that's fun. Some people like that. I'm going to think on it. I'm going to marinate and I'll get back to you about a guy.
I'm very big on communication. They have to be not like a talker, like talk your ear off when it's like quiet time. But if you have an issue, you need to be willing to talk it out and be like, hey, I'm upset about this, or I had an issue with that, or this happened. None of this clam up. I'm acting
okay. Well, then I have to remove like 98% of the men I know from that thought.
Like what? It's so true.
To be fair, Nicole, Abby Love over in chat says Nelson or Corey from the challenge. I agree with that.
Okay, if they're single, I'm ready.
Which Corey from the challenge? Which not the Big Brother guy, right?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Yeah.
That ain't good energy. Okay.
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I want to do it. I'm trying to convince Nicole to let us do for the show, create online dating profiles for her, but I get to pick the people.
Okay, wait, that's so smart. That could be like a whole segment. You could get somebody to sponsor it, like a dating app. It would be genius.
And here's the thing, you're not talking to them, so where you would feel nervous, where you'd be like, oh, I would just be like, no, I'm not interested, next.
I like that idea.
Is this an intervention? Is that what's happened here?
We did talk before the show, yeah.
I knew it.
Which is why, Nicole, we are going to now bring in the first person. No, I'm totally looking at her face change.
I literally felt the spirit leave my body.
That was so cute. Your face was like,
Should never.
But what I do want to talk to you about, Kaitlyn, to begin, like talking about like spirits and auras, I want to talk to you about your vision board. I know you talk a lot about like having your dreams mapped out and what you wanted or want to achieve in life, and you've done a lot of those things. It's incredible to hear about.
Yeah, it's actually wild because I didn't really even know I was manifesting. I didn't really like understand the power of it. But I will tell you that I was, I think, 22 years old, and I'm now 35. So this is a while ago. So I was 22. Yeah. And my boyfriend at the time was snowboarding. I was away in Canada and he was in, oh no, I was still in Canada. Okay. I was home in Alberta. He was in Vancouver, both in Canada. And he went snowboarding and I couldn't get a hold of him. And I started really worrying about it. And then I got a call that he had been airlifted to the hospital. He was in a coma and he had gotten a really bad snowboarding accident. And I couldn't get a flight out till the next day. And I was like, I need to do some sort of positive thinking. Like, I'm going to drive myself crazy. I was sick to my stomach. And this is when The Secret had really like blown up.
Okay.
And so I put on The Secret DVD. I put it on TV and I sat there and I took notes. And I was like, anything to get me in this positive mindset. And I learned all about this law of attraction and all these things. And I was like, really putting all this positive energy out there and writing down everything that I wanted to happen. And I got on the flight and I got there and he like woke up, no injuries, like everything was fine. He really recovered so quickly. And from that moment on, I remember thinking, I got to write things down and I got to really like believe in this, law of attraction and The Secret. And so that's when I really started getting into it, but I didn't understand how much I was doing it. So 10 years ago, I was sitting down with my girlfriend and she was like, you should just write out, things you really want to do in your life, things you want to see come to fruition, what your goals are, even if it means 10 years from now, things that you would like to see happen in your life. And I sat there and I wrote out things like have my own radio show. And I wrote out somehow I wanted to be on TV. Somehow I wanted to have golden retrievers. Like all these things that I wrote down. I even wrote down things like I wanted to be more confident in myself. Like I wanted to have a better body image of when I look in the mirror and certain things. Like I just wrote down anything I could think of and I put it on my mirrors in my little 420 square foot apartment in Vancouver. And I would look at them every day. And when I moved out of that apartment, it was because I was chasing a boy who played hockey. And when I got there and the relationship ended up obviously ending and I had really lost myself. But I never gave up on myself. I just lost like who I truly was or where I was supposed to be. And I had to start over. And all of a sudden I just started thinking about The Secret again. And I watched it again and I read the book again. And I started really believing in that power of positive thinking. And that is when The Bachelor called. That's when all these things started lining up. And from that moment on, I actually forgot I wrote those things out until probably 2 years ago when my girlfriend was like, look at this picture I found on my phone. It's you writing down all of your goals. And then I remembered everything I had written down and I just started crying. And I was like, I have accomplished so many of those things. And it all happened like this. And everything just kind of fell into place when I started really believing in myself, when I started writing things down, when I started really picturing myself in them. And then after The Bachelorette, I was supposed to go on Dancing with the Stars. And the creator of the show ended up saying, like, you're still under contract. We really want you to focus on your relationship that you're in from the show. We don't want people going off to the show anymore. It ruins relationships, blah, blah, blah. And I, in that moment, just never stopped believing I could go on Dancing with the Stars. And people would say to me all the time, like even 2 years ago, they'd be like, you're going to go on it. And in my head, I would say I probably will, but out loud, because I didn't want to sound cocky, I'd go, no, there's no chance. There's no chance. And then I got the call to go on and I'm like, okay, this just like, you can never stop believing in yourself or your dreams or putting things out there that you want to happen. Like, it's just magical. That was a lot of talking, but I had to.
No, it's an incredible story, incredible path that dare I say the word, that you manifested.
Yeah, I really did.
I feel like I can see Kaitlyn and Christy being Christy from your season being like really good friends.
I love
absolutely.
I love her.
It's all about
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy is. I had him on my podcast, and he's like my favorite person. His energy is electric.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Chrissy's all about exactly what you're saying, like putting into the universe like your positivity so you receive it back. And when I heard you like talking about that, I'm like, that's such an amazing idea to map it out. And like you said, you thought like, oh, I will be on Dancing with the Stars. I feel myself on it, but you didn't want to say it, in case it seems cocky,
Yeah.
did you feel that way when you were on the show and you saw the cast? Did you still have that feeling of, I'm going to win this?
No.
Or were you kind of like, oh, this is never going to happen? Like, did you have that piece in you that was like, I'm ready?
I mean, I felt I'm a very driven, motivated person, and I'm also extremely competitive. So when I saw the cast, I was like, oh shoot, this is going to be a very competitive season. Everybody has something to offer. Like, I thought Alex McLean was going to be like winning the mirror ball because he's a freaking Backstreet Boy. Everybody just had so much to offer. A gold medal Olympic figure skater. If he can dance on skates, I was like, I can only imagine what he can do in the ballroom. Yep. Everybody just kind of had something to bring to the dance floor. And I immediately got nervous. And Jason actually has a video of me doing my first Zoom cast meeting for Good Morning America. And he was like, I've never really seen you kind of like not like thrive in a group setting like that. Usually I'm like, hey, and I just like got really quiet, and I was looking around and I was like, wow, this is a season that's going to really be competitive, and people are really going to be good, and people are going to tune in because it's a pandemic. Like, this is going to be something people look forward to. And I got so insecure and in my head because when I was when I was 3 years old, I started dancing. My mom was a dancer. And I wanted to be a dancer growing up, and I was never good enough. And so my like 20-year-old self was always like getting told no in these auditions and no. And I had to give up all my dreams to be a dancer because I just wasn't good enough. I just wasn't at the level I should have been to really like thrive and succeed as a dancer. And so all of those like triggering thoughts and insecurities came back into my head of like, I'm not going to be good enough. I'm going to be told I'm not good enough. And that was actually something I struggled with through the whole season, was feeling not good enough. But I had the tools and the right things to talk myself through it at this point in my life to push past that and show myself, yes, you can.
Absolutely. I can only imagine the level of intimidation, facing everybody.
Oh.
When you, as the weeks were going on, do you remember a turning point, whether it be a certain dance or a certain week when you felt yourself more confident and comfortable?
Yeah, I felt confident on the first night just because I thought, I did my best. I think I did like some really intricate choreography that was like at another level, that it was like legit ballroom and Latin dancing. And then I had the ankle injury and I got insecure again. And then I thought I was going to be able to dance. And then I had this rumba where I got to dance in bare feet. And then I was like, okay, I'm back. And then it was such a journey. And then I ended up doing this paso doble that really just like threw me off. Carrie Ann was telling me, it was another not great dance for her. She just didn't see me like, really growing as fast as this competition needed me to grow. And she thought I struggled and all these things. And that brought me down. It knocked my confidence, but it also lit a fire under my butt to go out there and prove her wrong. And that's where my competitive side really came out. And that's when I did this one dance. It was the Argentine tango to Britney Spears.
My favorite.
Yeah, the toxic dance. And that was my favorite too. And I was like, I am going to hit every move. I am going to really sell this. I am going to push myself as hard as I can to just go out there and be like, all I wanted to hear was, that's what we were looking for. And so that was kind of the turnaround point for me when I heard them say that. And I believed it. I wasn't like, you're just saying that because this is a TV show and this is the point where I need to do. I felt it. I was like, this is the turnaround dance for me.
And I know as a viewer of Dancing with the Stars, I definitely felt it. You coming in right away week one, very energetic, very excited, great dance. And then as the weeks went on, like, yeah, she's got it. And there were a couple bumps in those couple weeks. And I saw that kind of, not like, I don't want to say a turn in you, but that sense of, oh no. Mm-hmm. And then the Argentine tango, I remember standing up in my kitchen screaming because I felt that like, there she is. She's back. She feels it. She's got it. Tens across the board.
Nice. Hands
down, my favorite dance, which, by the way, we do have a meter for our viewers right now to see which type of dance they prefer of yours, or was their favorite. Was it a slower, maybe sensual, dramatic dance, or was it an upbeat, legs kicking, smiley, awesome, happy dance?
Hey, oh wow, it is dramatically with upbeat. Yeah, you wherever you guys are watching, you can just type upbeat or slow in chat and let us know which one of Kaitlyn's dances you preferred. Well, it looks, I mean, I also feel like that's kind of a loaded question though. I feel like of course people are going to want to watch, like, you know, dancing to Toxic, or of course that's
but
what we're gonna
Toxic
watch.
was slow.
Yes, it was a slow down. That was the one with all like the glitter and the diamonds.
Yeah, they did like an acoustic, like violin slowed down version of Toxic.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you're all wrong.
Yeah.
Then you're all wrong. We want whatever talk. That's the one we want.
I think people like could tell when I was dancing to an upbeat song and I could have a smile on my face. People could tell like this girl loves to dance. I like had it plastered on my face and I couldn't stop smiling. So in the more dramatic ones, I think it was like, I don't know. It's just, you couldn't read my face as well. Maybe, I don't know.
And your freestyle too. Your finale freestyle, that was very upbeat and amazing. So that's where a lot of people.
That's true. That was just a dream come true. That ending, because Moulin Rouge is my favorite movie, and I've dreamt about coming down from the ceiling on a swing like Nicole Kidman. I was like, I am living right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say that it's no question. Everyone is saying upbeat. They loved upbeat, and I think thank you all for participating. But Nicole,
yes.
I think that there's something else we should have Kaitlyn participate in, because she is, you know, I feel like we should have her weigh in on some of the stuff that we've done this week. We have had a lot of controversial topics around here. A lot of them. Now, around these parts, and we asked the people in the Hello Friends community over in the TVCO app which topic they would want us to have you weigh in on. And I do have the results. It seems in the lead is brush teeth in the shower.
Okay.
Although I'm going to make an executive decision here, because I also know that you're afraid of birds, as is Nicole. Okay.
Yes.
Then let's start there. And yes, we'll come back to the brush the teeth in the shower, everyone. But here's my question. Nicole also claims to be one of these people that are terrified of birds.
Yeah.
Yet on the show last week, Nicole said while she's terrified of birds, she thinks bats, which P.S. she described as an animal with a scary face, teeth, and skin wings made of skin.
Ew.
She thinks that's cute. And she loves a bat, but hates a bird.
Yeah, I hate birds. I think bats are cute.
Ew. Why would you think rats are cute? They're even more terrifying and unpredictable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so maybe it's not the flapping that scares me about birds. It must be something with the beak or the feathers.
I need to dig into this. Do you know where your fear of birds stems from?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
I'm telling you, what? You shut up over there. When I went to a farm with my neighbor, and she said, "Do you want to see the turkey?" And I said, "Okay." I'm thinking like the ones that you trace your hand when you're young. Oh my God, so cute, rainbow feathers. I was so excited. When I approached this turkey, it was like 3/4 my size.
Okay.
Its wings were so long that it covered its feet, and it was just gliding, and the noise it was making, and I was scarred for life. It was disgusting.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Okay. Do you eat turkey?
I do.
Is that a revenge thing, or you just enjoy it?
I don't know. I just was brought up eating meat, so I never really given it much. Maybe that's why birds hate me so much, because they know I'm eating their like friends.
Maybe, but I think so I think it might be a feathers thing, but I think I'm still confused, because I think it's the unpredictableness.
Well, Nicole's leaving out a fun part of the story.
What?
Well, number one, you should go back and watch the scene from her first season on BB21. Remember they had like that when, oh my God, Sis was dressed as the chicken for the whole week.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should just watch Nicole in all those
Wait,
scenes.
I do remember that.
I went back and it was very fun. However, even though Nicole has a terrifying fear of birds, her family decided to adorn their house with all sorts of birds things. They have birdhouse walls, several bird cuckoo clocks that go off every 5 minutes. Just her whole house is bird themed.
Yeah.
I mean, I have birds tattooed on me and I hate
Exactly.
them. So I get where you're coming from. It's more of the real life. Maybe are you scared of pigeons?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think it's the feathers.
But then again, I never had a bat come at me. I had pet mice when I was little. I feel like a bat is a mouse with wings. You know, it's not gonna, but I never had a bat come at me. I've been dive bombed by crows. So I think I don't want a bat flying at me, but you know, I still think
maybe you need to experience a bat flying at you to really justify you thinking they're cute. Because I don't think you would. After my parents have a lake house and I was screened in to their little downstairs patio. It was all screened in and I was sitting in the hot tub and a bat was trapped in flying around me while I was sitting in the hot tub. And my immediate thought was to go under. Like, I could just sit under the water until the bat died. I don't know. But then I realized quickly that I couldn't stay under there for long. And I like got up and I just ran screaming and flailing my arms into the house. And it was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life.
Oh, so, okay. Maybe bats are up there with birds then. Maybe I am wrong. But Eric, don't start. Kaitlyn, if you can defend me as somebody who has bird tattoos, can you explain that, yes, you can have a fear of birds, but you can still appreciate their meaning, or you can, like, I appreciate the meaning and the symbolism that is penguins. Like, I appreciate, like, they mate for life. Like, that I love about penguins, but I don't want to hang out with a penguin.
Oh, I do, because they can't fly and they're not unpredictable like that. Like,
But they're like really 4 feet.
Yeah, that's adorable.
You're 4 feet.
You should be friends with penguins. Okay, I'll back you up because, like, okay, what's another example? Okay, Eric, what are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Oh.
I have learned in doing this now with Nicole for over a year, I'm actually afraid of nothing.
Wow. Okay,
Just
not even snakes, spiders, nothing.
No, I mean, I'm afraid of dying. So anything that could lead to dying is the thing that I'm afraid of.
But do you like scary movies?
I like scary movies. I do not like blood and gore and like torture. Like, I don't want to watch someone being tortured. I don't like seeing people get cut out. I can't watch any of those things. So I guess that's what I'm scared of then.
Okay, I don't know where I was going with this, but okay, so I love the meaning of certain birds. Like a swallow bird is the only bird that remembers how to fly home. I love that meaning. It's a symbol of home. I have lived away from my family since I was just 19, and I always fly home to spend time with them, and that I love that meaning.
Yes.
Aww.
It's unfortunate that it's a bird, but it's also pretty to look at. And it's not flapping in my face. It's just right here.
I love it. I don't understand when Nicole describes it as, I'm so afraid of birds. And okay, I understand a seagull or a crow or something, but there's also, like you said, a swallow, a robin, a blue jay. And then you're like, I like bats. They're like mice with wings. Mice are terrifying too.
Yeah, I agree with him there. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Mice are terrifying.
I don't think they are. They're adorable. I had pet mice growing up. I think they're adorable.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know why. Yeah, I get why, like, I get how they could be cute, but also they're just like an unwanted rodent. But that's cool. If
wow. All right. So I guess that's one. You have another person on your side, Eric. But
okay,
I'm on both sides. I'm on both.
So
when it comes to our other disagreement, which is, Kaitlyn, do you or would you brush your teeth in the shower?
I would prefer not to.
So you do not.
No. Whose side am I on there?
Mine.
Okay.
The wrong one.
The wrong side. Well, I understand I understand that you're being productive while, you're washing everything else. Why not wash your teeth? Like, I get that, but it's also like I enjoy cold water when I brush my teeth.
Uh-huh.
And then also like the idea of spitting down the sink I don't know what, okay, I'm not going to really do any like justice here, but spitting down the sink seems like appropriate. Spitting down the shower seems gross.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
see
My
that.
whole thing was, what if you drop the toothbrush and now
Ew.
I
it's
see
stuck in
that.
the drain with your hair?
Yeah,
No.
that's gross. That's gross.
No,
Yeah, no.
I see that. I do see that. I think guys are just different than girls. Like, I think we just don't get like grossed out necessarily by those sort of things.
Well, say, Kaitlyn, does Jason brush his teeth in the shower?
It does not.
He does not, Eric.
Okay, I don't know why you're doing this. I won that poll, so
Really?
Well, you have it wrong.
Wait, what's your ratio of like men to female listeners?
Oh goodness, you think I would know that? I'm gonna say we definitely have more women listeners.
Yeah, so that's
for
interesting
sure.
that you won that poll.
Yeah.
I think you rigged it.
I also don't remember if I won the poll, and I thought if I just said it with conviction, people would go along with it.
And I questioned you on it.
I was hoping everybody would just believe I won it.
Oh man, even I was letting it go.
I don't know. Nope. Nicole, you did win that poll. Chad is saying you did win that poll.
So
okay,
you just
I guess I'm wrong.
I guess.
I don't know. I have my whole life, I've always just brushed my teeth in the shower. It always just made more sense to me. I don't know why.
In the shower?
Oh
God.
God.
Yeah.
That's why it's gross.
Oh, you mean do I like regularly? No. I thought you meant like have I ever? Yes,
I pee in the shower.
Yeah. It's not
regularly.
like a regular thing.
I pee in the shower regularly.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I do not. I do not.
Ask your people.
I need to ask the people.
We will. This is clearly going to be
anonymous
the next one.
Because I need to know if people are telling the truth. Because you either pee in the shower or you're a liar.
I don't though.
I'm just kidding. I believe you, Nicole.
I never have. I mean, maybe when I was little, like I probably like, peed in the tub because I was young, but like I never like consciously said, "Let me pee in the shower right now."
I would like to know what your audience says.
Okay, we will send you those official results.
Thank
we
you.
will make it a poll in the Hello Friends community in the TV Cup because it is anonymous if they vote on it. So we are going to send you those results.
Okay.
I do want to know. I want to know.
Can't wait for you guys to see.
What I also want to know, because we mentioned Jason, Destiny's in the TV Co chat left a question for you. She said, who would you like to see from Bachelor Nation competing on the next Dancing with the Stars? Perhaps Jason? Or what about the male contestants? We've seen a lot of women win the Mirror Ball.
That's true. You know what, I was thinking about this because they've had past bachelors on who didn't make it far, and then the bachelorettes really make it far. So my whole argument of Bachelor Nation just being really loyal and always voting for like their bachelorettes doesn't stand true because I'm like, wait, the bachelors haven't won. So I actually would, as much as I'm a feminist, women empowerment, all of that, I actually would want to see a bachelor win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you like to see do it?
Let's see. I would like to see who is, this is a tough one. I'm already going to say Matt James just because I already think he's going to be like an incredible bachelor.
Awesome.
And he's so tall. I feel like he could flip the girls around and it would be really entertaining.
And that's a very valid point what you brought up, because I did hear some people say like, oh, Bachelor Nation is just very loyal. Of course they vote. And that's exactly what I said. I'm like, no, Bachelor Nation's very loyal, but they're also brutally honest.
Yes.
And if you're bad, they will say, I ain't voting for you, you're bad. And I'm like,
That's
you were incredible. So they're like, okay, yeah.
That's a fair point, because Neve's whole argument was he kept bugging me about Bachelor Nation, and other people were like, well, Bachelor Nation won it for you. And Cheryl Burke, who is actually one of my closest friends out of it, she was like, we can't have another Bachelorette on because they'll just win because of Bachelor Nation. And I'm like, well, Chris Soules didn't win. Nick Viall didn't win.
Yep.
Who else was on? Sean Lowe didn't win. They're all Bachelor people. I like this argument.
Right. And I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So they're
validated.
Thank you. I needed that.
What I thought would be fun, because we know that you have done reality TV shows before, but a large majority of our audience knows that we talk about Big Brother, Survivor, The Challenge, Amazing Race. I thought that it would be fun if maybe I should do the poll first, and then I'm going to hide the results. I'd be interested to know. So if we asked you guys in the chat, wherever you are watching, you can go ahead and vote. What would you like to see Kaitlyn be on next if we could pick it for her? A Big Brother, a Survivor, Challenge, or Amazing Race? Which one would you guys want to see her on? I see. Oh, it is. Let me make it a little bit wider. This is interesting. What one would you want to do while the results are coming in? Like, if you could pick one of those.
I mean, I would obviously pick Big Brother, but I also have always wanted to do the Amazing Race.
Yes.
Survivor, I would not last a day on. I'm tough, but I'm not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resourceful. I'm not, and I'm kind of lazy if I like, if I'm like, it depends what I'm doing. But in that situation, I'd be like, I just want to like lay on the beach and not, I don't know. I just don't think I would thrive in the Survivor situation. The Challenge, Kate, remind me about this. Do you have to be single to go on the Challenge, or you can be taken too?
You can be taken.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if it matters. Challenge is getting 0% of the vote live. 0%.
Yeah, that would be the last one I would do. But Big Brother is definitely my number one.
Big Brother. Well, there you go. Now that I said it's not getting any love, it just jumped to 5%. But Big Brother is holding strong at 75%. So, I mean, yeah, we would love to see you on it. Now, there's always these rumors. There could be another Celebrity Big Brother, maybe even this January. I feel like every January, the rumors start popping up about a Celebrity Big Brother.
But I don't feel like that's a true, authentic Big Brother. They don't have to be there for as long. They have like different, like, don't they get spoiled a little bit? Like, they can drink more and they can have like the food that they want, and they don't have to be there as long, and they get better sleep. Like, I want the true experience.
Okay.
You would do a real 3-month-long, 2-weekend sequester. You would do the whole thing.
That's what I would want. I would want to do the real thing. Yeah.
I could see you doing the real thing, because what you were talking about earlier, I see you doing well on Big Brother because you're competitive, but also you're very, very personable. Obviously, like, whether it be Bachelor or Dancing Stars, you're very like a people person. So I think you would do well socially, but also competition-wise on Big Brother, which also brings around to Amazing Race. I think your competitive nature, I think you would fly through those challenges and that map.
Yeah.
Like, really well.
I would love to do it, especially with Jason. I think we would work really well together.
Gosh, it'd be so fun to watch.
But I mean, I see a lot of people in chat bring up a really good point. Now, if you did the real season of Big Brother, you could literally walk away with nothing, or you could do the celebrity version for 3 weeks and walk away with more money than if you actually won the 3-month one. Are you sticking with your answer?
Yes, I am, because I am going to go with the experience over being money motivated for that one.
Wow.
Yep.
And I know that would be obviously nice for the, the paycheck and whatever to do the other one, but I still am sticking with its experiences for me. And like, for example, winning Dancing with the Stars is one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was
Mhm.
6 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was like my body was hurting all through it. I was on a couple injuries. Artem was, as much as I loved him as a partner and I would never trade him for another partner, he was really, really hard on me for a good reason. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. But it was like, it was a really hard process. And to do that for 3 months, I found challenging mentally, physically, all these things. But it made winning that mirror ball so much better. Where I've been such a fan of Big Brother for so long that I would want to experience it the way everyone else has. But don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say no to Celebrity Big Brother.
Okay. That's what we're getting at.
You wouldn't say no to Celebrity, but I feel like if you want the essence of Big Brother, it needs to be you with all newbies, full 99 days.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, I would love to. Do you think they would vote me out right away just because they'd be like, oh, that girl's already done reality TV?
No, I am being completely honest. I think if you weren't personable, people might be like, "I will just get rid of her." I think because you are so personable, you would talk to everybody night one.
Yeah.
And people would be like, "Oh, well, she gets along with me. I'm not going to get rid of her." And I think everybody would kind of like fall into that charm of like, "Oh, she likes me." And then before you know it, it's final three. And everybody's like, "Bam, Kaitlyn's still here."
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's how I see it happening. And I've had dreams about being on Big Brother. I've had dreams about being in the diary room. And I was like trying to be funny. It's like a thing I've thought about for a long time.
No, then I strongly believe that it's going to happen because I dreamt about the Big Brother house. I would say to my sisters, I see myself in the kitchen. I see myself by the memory. So it's going to happen, Kaitlyn.
Oh my gosh. I love that you did that. Yeah.
I'm going to say we predicted it here first. We predicted it here first when it happens. And just remember, Kaitlyn.
Yeah.
Nicole and I cover that, 24/7. Like if that was to happen, you have Nicole and I out here in the real world 24/7 covering it. If you need votes, we're rallying votes for you. Like we got you.
Gosh, that would be so cool. Okay, wait, I have one more Big Brother question. Like, are you not so scared to say like one wrong thing? Because you're literally on camera 24 hours a day, and like to say one wrong thing or do what, like I would be so scared.
First time around, I didn't even think of it because I was just, you're not like, when you don't know what the reality realm is, and I wasn't on social media and I wasn't on anything, I was just living my life, just saying what I say, just being Nicole. So luckily nothing was, perceived the wrong way or anything I said was bad. Second time around, I was more cognizant of it because I knew how toxic like Twitter and stuff could be.
Yeah.
So, there were some times where I would go in the DR and be like, I'm not explaining myself well, and this is not going to sound good.
Overthink it. Yeah.
And I think now that you've been in the reality realm several times and you've been in it for so long, I think you would be more cognizant of, I don't want that to come across a certain way, or
I'm also extremely like weird and like a little bit gross in my own household. So I feel like I would feel so exposed on that show to like the fact that I pick my toenails or like pick my nose or something. Like I would be like plucking a chin hair and I would be like, oh my God.
But you own it though. You're an open book and you're very unapologetically you in the best possible way. And I think that resonates more so than somebody who doesn't own it or someone who tries to hide it. I feel like you'd be like, yeah, I'm plucking my chin hair. Don't like it? Don't look at me.
Okay, that's fair. I really would. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see Heather. Heather in TV Code Chat says, yeah, Nicole Frenzel just peed her pants the past season. You're okay.
Wait, you peed
You're
her
okay.
pants?
She
Did
survived.
I know that?
Not this Nicole.
Oh,
no,
I was like, did I miss that? Oh, yeah.
No.
Please, Eric, I don't need any more bad stuff surrounding.
No, you are so good. It is, I think that Big Brother is the type of thing where if you own your stuff, or I used to feel this way coming out of this past season with Nicole, and I wasn't on the season, but we did these shows together, so there was a lot of aspects that I was involved with or in intro packages or stuff with that. Yeah. And then being so close to her, it's the first time I ever had to watch somebody play that I didn't care about her playing the game. I cared about how she was like mentally and emotionally going through it. It was not a fun way to watch the show.
No.
And then, yeah, people found things wrong with what Nicole said and did on that show. And it's like, if you're finding that wrong about Nicole, you're going to find it wrong about everyone.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you really have to be prepared to just be ripped apart on social media if you do Big Brother. But then again, if you own it, fans do love that too. So it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think owning who you are is obviously always going to be best case scenario. But I feel like even if you're doing nothing wrong, you're still going to get ripped apart. And I will say, I love the passion of Big Brother fans, and I love the whole, franchise and everything, but they do get really nasty. And it I get my feelings hurt for people sometimes, even just reading these comments. Cause I'm like, oh, like somebody's on the other end reading this. Don't say that. And it gets so nasty and my heart just breaks reading that sometimes.
I mean, I will say I always will go to, and I know Nicole will too, to defend the fans. I don't think it is all fans. It is probably 10%, but they are just,
those 10% are just loud.
They're just the loudest. I mean, I think we've made the best friends, relationships, everything has come from Big Brother fans. And I think, it is unfortunately just that 10% that like to... They've got a lot of free time.
Yeah. But the rest of them are very passionate, like I said, and I'm one of those. I am a passionate Big Brother watcher who I try to just see everything through a fair lens or different perspectives, and I love the show.
Yeah, it is.
And speaking of like watching a loved one on a show, how did Jason deal with like you on Dancing with the Stars? Was that like really fun for him? Was it difficult? Was he nervous?
He was so nervous. He honestly was just as like emotionally invested in it as I was. And he saw the hard work that went into it. He saw me come home in tears sometimes and just like so tired and drained. And then he would see me come home and be like, I want to do this forever. Like he saw the ups and downs, and he was always there. Like, what do you need? Do you need a foot rub? Like, what do you want to do for dinner? Do you want a glass of wine? How can I help? And then he said on Monday nights, he said it was like, he's a very, very like a fanboy of football. Is that what it's called? Can I say a fanboy of football? But he's like obsessed with football, the Buffalo Bills. So he gets so into the games, and he was like, I get more nervous and more into dancing nights than I ever have for any football game. Aww. And he would lose his mind every Monday, and he was really into it. But yeah, he's the best. He's a very good supporter.
I would love it because I would like to see when you guys would FaceTime and it'd be you like in your garb or in your costume or with the mirror ball and your reaction. It's so sweet.
Yeah, he was hyped. He's my hype man. He's amazing.
Love it.
Destiny's in the TV coach had says his reaction to watching you win made me cry. He was so happy.
He sprayed champagne everywhere. Like I think just because, like, again, he wasn't able to be there because there he is. He wasn't able to be there because of the pandemic, and he was just always stuck at this little small apartment taking care of our two huge dogs who always needed to be let out while he was working. And he was just like, he just saw the commitment it took to be on that show and the ups and downs of it, and he knew that it was a dream for me. So he was just ecstatic at the end.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that speaking of your dogs, that they are adorable.
They're usually right here with me, but actually it was dinner time when I did the podcast. So he's with Jason right now, but I'm obsessed with them. They're literally the light of my life.
And what are their names again?
The Ramen and Pinot. They're just the freaking cutest. And they came with those names. We rescued them from South Korea, and their names were already Ramen and Pinot. And those are like two of my favorite things in the world. And I was like, this is just meant to be. Oh, wait, actually, you know what's crazy?
You have ramen.
No.
Oh.
But before, I had this I just knew, okay, because in my last relationship, we had a golden retriever as well. But when we broke up, it was Sean's dog. So he took him and it was
Okay.
so hard for me. And I was just like, I need to get a dog. I need to get a golden retriever, but I really want to rescue a dog. And I didn't know if you could just find a golden retriever to rescue. And I was telling my dad and my stepmom about this, and they were in my living room. I've never seen two golden retrievers in my whole neighborhood the whole time I've lived here. And two golden retrievers walked through my backyard. And I was like, what is happening? Am I like envisioning something right now? Am I like hallucinating? And I opened the back door to like see, I'm like, where's your home? And they both like ran away from me. And I walked around my neighborhood for hours and hours trying to find them and calling places to say like, there's two dogs on the loose. And I was like, that was my sign. Like, and so when I did that, I went on this account called Bunny's Buddies and I started following them. And they had found a golden retriever in the ditch in South Korea with a broken femur and like a fractured pelvis. And it was Ramen. And I ended up paying for his surgery. And then I was like, I have to have him. And then that's how I got Ramen.
Oh,
I know. It's crazy.
All my doggos are rescues, so I love those stories.
That's so sweet. I love it.
Adopt, don't shop. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
I have a very important question. This has also been a debate for Nicole and I. If you are a ramen lover, what is the correct best flavor ramen?
Well, this is an easy one for me because I don't eat meat, so I always go veggie.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't know if my answer
You don't have to
would
respect
be-
that.
No,
Have a veggie.
I've never had the veggie. Oh no, I think I have, which I do like it. I was gonna say mine's Oriental. I do
Yes.
not like the beef or the chicken one, and I don't know that the Oriental one is meat. I think
No,
it's like yeah,
I don't think it is either. It's delicious. I've had that one.
that's my
So
favorite.
good. Which, Eric, that's not our argument because I also like the Oriental. Our argument is which utensils do you eat ramen with, Kaitlyn? Is it a fork? Is it a spoon?
Yeah.
Is it a fork and a spoon? Do you drink it? Do you put it in a plate and eat it? What do you do?
I like to have options. So I like to start with chopsticks and then I like to eat the liquid with the spoon.
So you have both in like ready.
Yes.
Thank you. I eat ramen. No. I eat ramen with a fork and a spoon. Because I eat the noodles with a fork. And if I want some broth, I get a little bit on a spoon.
Yeah, I get
bam.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No. Okay. No. No. First of all, the argument was over cup of noodles, which comes in a styrofoam cup, which there is no need for a spoon. It is a styrofoam cup for you to sip your broth.
No, I don't want to sip it. I don't want to put my mouth on the styrofoam. What if I accidentally sip a noodle and I'm not in the mood for a noodle at that moment? I just want a spoonful of broth.
So the guy, Kaitlyn, the guy's gonna have to be good with a lot of that.
Okay, and you know what? That's fair because it keeps people on their toes and people like that.
Right.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Exactly.
There you go.
You gotta be always ready. You never know what I'm gonna come at you with. You know.
That's Jason. I'll find you another Jason because he is always on his toes with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does Jason have a brother?
He does, but his brother's gay and married. Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
They're always gay or married.
I know. He's
Mhm.
pretty amazing too. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I do also have a couple questions for you. I know we're kind of running out of time, so I do want to get a couple of the questions in.
Okay.
Starry20 wants to ask you, well, first of all, congrats on winning. If Dancing with the Stars was to go back on tour post-COVID, would you consider doing it if they asked you?
Oh, I would be honored. I would love to. That would be another dream come true. I think it would be so cool. What a unique experience to like go on tour and dance. That's literally what my 15-year-old self wanted to do. So yes, I would.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I have attended like the Dancing with the Stars on tour, and the one that came to Long Island was when Chris Soules was on the cast. So I saw like Chris Soules. Yeah, and that was before anything. So I was like, oh my God, that's Chris on reality TV. That's cool.
That's so funny. There you go. Yes. Oh, that's cool.
I want to see you, Kaitlyn.
Yay. Let's put it out there.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have. I know you have a few questions, Nicole. I'm letting you go through them.
Thank you. Top Gun Phantom would like to know, what were the thoughts going through your head when Tyra announced your name as the winner?
It took me a second to register. Like you can see my eyes open and then I scream. And it was just like a moment of, it was like disbelief for a second. And then it was like an out of body experience that I couldn't wrap my head around. And then I remembered like the whole day I kept looking at the mirror ball and thinking about what it felt like and what it would feel like to hold it. And so when I ran up to it, you can actually watch this back, and Artem got annoyed at me. He's like, pick it up, because I was like, can I touch it? Like, is it mine now? Can I touch it? Because I have like superstitions of touching trophies before they're yours. And so he was like, pick it up. And the whole moment was just, honestly, it was a little bit of disbelief and just shock and a lot of screaming.
Wow. And can you believe that it's Artem's first mirror ball?
I love that for him.
Both of you. That's incredible.
I love that for him. Honestly, when the cameras were off, he was so emotional, and it was so cool to see him just like you could tell how much that meant to him, and it was really cool.
I love that. I also want to ask from Captain Cold in the chat, what tips would you give any fellow reality star if they were asked to do Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I would say train your butt off before you go. Like, make sure that you can like jump rope for 3 minutes straight. I would say lift weights. I would say work on your balance. Like, go to, at my physical therapist, she would have me balance on one of those, I forget what they're called, a Bosu. Wait, you know those balls?
Like the half ball?
Yeah. I would balance on that, and she would put strobe glasses on me where the lights were flashing, and she'd throw lacrosse balls at me, and I'd have to catch them and work on balance. And that still didn't really help my balance. That was something.
Oh, forget it. Kaitlyn's gonna win Big Brother. Forget it.
Yeah, you gotta mentally and physically train if you're gonna go on.
Yeah. Wow.
I had to use that same thing when I broke my leg, and I remembered feeling real proud of myself when I was able to stand on it while using the wall to support myself.
Well, with a broken leg, that's a little different. You did good.
No, I mean, it was healed. The cast was off.
Oh. Well, we'd have to train you a bit better if you're going to go on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be good at that.
It's tough.
And in the vein of advice, Top Gun wants to know advice for Tayshia on her current journey or any future bachelorette.
My advice is always the same for everybody, and it's to not worry about what the viewers are going to think of you, because no matter what, people are going to love or hate you, so you might as well be yourself. And that's truly the only way you're going to find real love, like a real relationship, is if you're being authentic to yourself and what you want and what you need and who you are.
Absolutely. And not to bring it there, I will end on a happier note, but not to bring it there. I know at the end of your season, one thing I was talking about on the podcast was a lot of, no offense, the negative feedback that you received and the horrible messages and the death threats. And I was watching that pre-reality anything and not understanding it and being like, why are people like that? Oh, but no offense. I was like, oh, she'll be fine. Like, you know, and because I turned off my TV and she'll be good.
Yeah.
And once you live through it, I'll be honest, having lived through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I commend you for being so strong to be met with that and to face that and to continue forward. And like I said, when I was introducing you, now you have wine and scrunchies and a mirror ball. And it's like in all those people's faces for,
that was something like, I knew going on to the show that obviously people would have nasty things to say, and I knew I had to have thick skin, and I do, and I did. But no matter how thick your skin is, you're still a human being, and things hurt your feelings, and like people can say nasty things. And again, like you said, I was one of those people who, not that I would go online and hate anyone, but I would watch a show with judgments, and then I would turn off my TV and think of them as a character when in reality they are real people. So it's definitely a challenging part of having a platform.
Yeah.
Nicole loves a scrunchie. Yours here, she loves them.
Okay, you guys send me your address. I'm going to send you a bunch.
Oh my gosh, don't get me excited.
I will. No, honestly, text me your address. I'm going to send you so many scrunchies.
I love scrunchies.
Yeah.
Or you guys know the deal. If also for those of you out there, if you need Nicole's address, I sell it for $20. Just slide into my DM.
$20 a pop.
$20 a pop.
That's amazing.
It's my favorite. No. So is there anything that you like, if you could pick anything to be your next thing, your next adventure in life, what would it be? I just see that that's like a ton of people in chat have been asking if you could pick anything that you could do next, what would you want to do next?
Babies.
Yeah, babies is definitely up there. I feel like there's still like I keep thinking I want to accomplish all this and then I do it and then I'm like, what else can I do? So I feel like I'll always kind of live my life like that. So I would love to just continue to grow my wine label, my scrunchie line. We're, growing in a way where we're going to have accessories and beanies and certain things, and that's been really fun. But I also want to have my own podcast network one day and, like help people build their brands and their podcasts out and use my knowledge to help other people. And then babies. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I definitely love that. Well, one of the things that we like to do here, obviously you have hundreds and hundreds of people watching live now. There's going to be thousands of people watching this back later. We wanted to give you the floor to say whatever it is you want to say to your fans and people that are tuning in to watch this back. So with that said, the floor is yours.
Oh, that's so nice. I mean, if anybody's watching that it has been a supporter of me for a while, thank you. You are literally the reason I have everything I could have ever asked for. It takes like a community of women who want to empower other women to help me get to where I am. So I think that's another thing I'll say. If you don't know who I am or didn't follow me before this, I used to be a person who had a lot of insecurities and I compared myself to other women. And the moment you can make that shift in your brain to want to help others, to build each other up, it's for some reason this challenging thing that we all can't seem to grasp. But once you do it, it feels so good. And once you really you set that stage for yourself to be an empowering person, to build each other up and to believe in yourself, that's when good things come to you. And that's when things are going to happen for you that you want to happen. So power of positive thinking, build each other up, be kind, and buy scrunchies.
And buy scrunchies.
Be kind and buy scrunchies.
Yeah, that's my new slogan.
We love it.
Which, by the way, I just learned how to say because I've been calling them scrunchies for years. But, apparently it's scrunchies.
Yeah, scrunchies. Oh, girl, that's okay. That's kind of cute.
All right, scrunchies.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Scrunchies.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Well, where can people follow you on social media? You are everywhere. You are out there. Of course, we are going to put it in the show notes for this show, wherever you guys are watching. But where would you like people to follow you on social media?
Oh, amazing. Well, my social media is at Kaitlyn Bristowe. I tend to just be absolutely ridiculous on my Instagram stories and very raw and real. But my wine label has a lot of fun content on there. It's at Spade and Sparrows. And my scrunchies, it's actually really cute because the scrunchie line, it's called at Do Edit, DEWEDIT. And it's actually a lot of really, really cool, supportive women that just like all come together as a community. I call them the Scrunchie Gang. So it's really fun. And then you can also listen to my podcast, Off the Vine, on Tuesdays. And I do Bachelor recaps on Thursdays.
Lovely.
Love that. Well, Nicole, I want to give you the floor for final thoughts, but let everybody know we will end the show, but then we will take the after show into the TV Co app for a little bonus fun over there in the after show. But we also, of course, want to remind everyone, don't forget before you leave to make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe. Of course, share the show. Make sure that you follow Kaitlyn as well. Subscribe to her show. 5-star rating, a nice view across the board helps all of us out. It's a really great thing for you to do for all of us this holiday season. That said, Nicole, final thoughts?
Oh, man. Final thoughts. Like I said in the beginning, Kaitlyn, you're an incredible person all the way around, on reality TV, off reality TV. And I think the most important takeaway, like you said, whether people do or don't know you from The Bachelor, do or don't know you from Dancing with the Stars, it's all about positivity and setting your goals and reaching your goals and always seeking to do more and do better and keep reaching and keep exceeding. Yeah. And I hope to be very similar to you. I don't know.
You will.
There's
You've
something
got the
about
right
it that just
attitude.
resonates. It
Yeah,
just
I
resonates
love
so much,
that.
and I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. This has been such a fun hour, and I appreciate you having me on. And Nicole, you know I'm a big fan of you. And now, Eric, I'm a big fan of you as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, don't go anywhere where we can all keep being fans of each other. We'll see you
Yay.
guys in the after show, or Nicole and I will see you tomorrow if you watch the live recording of our podcast at 1 p.m. Eastern. We will see you there. You can follow me on social media at Reality Recaps. Where can they follow you, Nicole?
You can follow me at Strong Island Nicole or Strong Island NI2 because I like to be difficult and change it up.
All right, we will be right back in 2 minutes, everyone. We'll be right back.
Bye.